Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 62. Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers taking on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Herbert. He's going to air one out. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense looking to really cement his name among the legends of all time by winning a 4th Super Bowl title.
And to me, partner, you just have to marvel at the way he brings his teams back to the Super Bowl time and time again. If he can win this 4th title, what a capper that would be to a brilliant career. Reputation as a big game coach, absolutely cemented with a victory in this one.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A second down throw for Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. There he goes left side. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ballard. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ballard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. Forced out to his left. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one. On 1st down, it's Purdy. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we are ready to return to Super Bowl 62 action. Start of the second quarter. Here we go. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense had Justin Herbert heading back onto the field. He had the interception on the opening drive, but bounced back to throw a touchdown last time out. And he'll look to build on that as they start first and 10. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. The Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. Here's Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Throwing here, Purdy. And this one's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and a couple. Purdy. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Swinging this out for Pollard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Kennedy. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We're accustomed to seeing strong quarterback play. We got that in the first half from Justin Herbert. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 4. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Third and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Purdy off the play fake. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. To the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room. A turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score. Put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw out wide is incomplete.
The surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Herbert now. That one too wide and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Play action, now Purdy. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Handoff left, McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 1st down, Woodward. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 28. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Just because you... got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
They go play action here, Purdy. And he's got this one to Henderson. It's caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. His 1st catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Purdy now on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. From 8 yards out. And the 49ers have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Herbert. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one, and everyone... behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Ballard. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ely, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
Those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one, because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Up the middle they go. Woodward. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Woodward. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's a 2nd and 5. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. And they'll indeed take a knee. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is there. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.